Hi everyone, we're coming up to a very special Shabbos this Shabbos, and join me for a second to think about the greatness of our Shabbos coming up. Every Shabbos is great, but this Shabbos is a very, very special Shabbos. In our terminology, we call it Shabbat Slichot or Shabbat Slichot, same idea. And why is it? Because our tradition, the Sephardic tradition, we know they say Slichot the entire month, but our tradition, the Ashkenaz tradition, is that we begin Slichot right after the Shabbat, Motzei Shabbat, at 1 o'clock in the morning. So the Shabbos is called Shabbat Slichot, the Shabbat of Slichot. Why is it called Shabbat Slichot? We don't say Slichot on Shabbos. We're not supposed to say on Shabbos. It's only after. Why do we call this Shabbos Shabbat Slichot? I think there's a phenomenal, beautiful idea in it. It's not mine, it's the Rebbe, but very beautiful thought that I would like to share, and I think this is a good thought to keep in for this upcoming great special Shabbos, as we just said, Shabbat Slichot. So first, what's the idea of Slichot in short? The idea of Slichot is being explained by great commentaries. That the idea of Slichot is the same as in offerings at the time of the temple. Before you brought the offering, and will have to take that offering, that animal, and check it through to make sure there's no blemishes. And it's called bikur, they will call it, levaker. They will check it through to make sure that it's perfect, no blemishes, tamim, as it's called in the Torah. And the same idea is Rosh Hashanah is the day that we have to bring the offering to Hashem. As usually it says takrivu, to bring offering. And Rosh Hashanah, it says in Torah, ta'aseh, we have to make the offering to Hashem. Before bringing that offering, before making that offering, we have to check through that offering that there's no blemishes. Well, this is our very, very interesting idea. We know the minimum of doing slichot in our tradition. The minimum of days doing slichot is 4 days. This year we do more, but last year, if I recall right, 2 years ago, we did only 4 days. That's the minimum. The reason why the minimum we do 4 days slichot, because the idea of the offerings, how long did it have to go through? How many days was given in order to check through that offering? That offerings got no blemishes? 4 days. So that's why Slichot also is the minimum 4 days. This year we have more. And the whole idea is, again, before bringing the offering to God, and this is me, myself, on Rosh Hashanah, we do the Slichot, when the Slichot is let's check through if we have any blemishes. When if we do have any blemishes, we got to rectify it and then make sure that we are tamima, we are pure, we are ready for Rosh Hashanah. That's the idea, or at least one of the ideas of the Slichot. The Slichot is we ask for Hashem for tshuva because we go through ourselves, into ourselves, and make sure that we are tamim, we pure, we perfect. How does this have to do with Shabbat? Shabbat, we don't do this kind of stuff. We don't do tshuva on Shabbat. The same thing in the idea of the offerings, they wouldn't check the offerings on Shabbat, only in the weekdays. Why do we call this Shabbat Shabbat Slichot? And the explanation is as follows, very short but very beautiful, I think. To check the animal, if it's pure or impure, we need someone else to check it. And here comes the big question. If Slichot means that I have to check for my blemishes, how could I check my own blemishes? We know even in Halacha it says that the reason why somebody had leprosy, you would have to go to the Kohen. When a Kohen itself would be a leper, you would have to go to another Kohen because a man cannot check his own blemishes. How is it possible that here by Slichot we all do it ourselves? I'm the offering and I'm checking myself to see if I have blemishes, to make sure I'm pure. How can I do it on my own? It's against the law also. You can't do this on you. But we see, I don't say slichot for you, you don't say slichot for me, even though we all love each other, I gotta say slichot for me in order to check my blemishes. And that's the beauty of Shabbos, called Shabbos Slichos, or Shabbat of the Slichot. Shabbos, as we know, is the day that we all pure. Every Jew is great on Shabbos. Every Jew is clean slate on Shabbos. And this is why the Gemara says, even on Haaretz, eino meshaker b'Shabbos. Even on Haaretz, somebody does not know how to learn Shabbat. We are all innocent and honest and perfect and pure. Shabbat, we are a different person. During the week, we are one person. Shabbat, we are very different. Some people feel it, some people not yet, but Shabbat is a different day. We learned the story about the great tzaddik Reb Chaim Chernovich, that he was called the real man of Shabbos. When they say about him that he became Shabbos so pure and perfect, that every Shabbos he would grow a head taller, and after Shabbos his head would become shorter, I guess. So we may not feel the same, but we still have it. At Shabbos, we are pure. And that's the idea why the Shabbos is called Shabbat Slichot. It's a part of the Slichot. Because in order on Saturday night that we should be able to start checking my blemishes, I need the outside of my blemishes to check. In other words, we are two people. We are the people of during the week that we have our blemishes, and we have to fix it. But I wouldn't do it on my own if there wouldn't be another part of me. Who knows the other part of me? This is the Shabbos Yid that's called. The Shabbos Jew. The Jew that's pure. The Jew that's great. This is me on Shabbos. So because I'm Shabbos, I'm a different person. On Shabbos I can look into my slichot of during the week. So the reason why I could do slichot during the week, that during the week I can check my blemishes, is because I have another personality of me. Or this is called the Shabbos of me. The Shabbos of me comes into the week and does the slichot and checks my blemishes. And this is the beauty of Tanya. The Alter Rebbe explained that we are two people. We are the animal soul, or we are the godly soul. And Shabbos is the godly soul in full power. It's great at that moment. During the week, the animal soul takes over, or at least tries to take over. Shabbos is Shabbos Lichos. What does it mean in short? That Shabbos is the neshama of me. The pure part of me is able to give me during the week the strength to check my blemishes, to fix it. And this is why it's called Shabbos Lichos. Because in order on Saturday night I should be able to check my blemishes and fix it, I can't do it on my own. I'm not supposed to do it on my own. I need the strength and the energy of the Shabbos before. The Shabbos Lichos, this upcoming Shabbos, that this will give me the energy, the strength that I can fix and look into my blemishes to be pure. Let's take this Shabbos and make it to be a very special Shabbos. Because this Shabbos, by waking up my neshama to the fullest power, with the fullest strength, with the fullest kedusha, I will be able to take this neshama of mine and bring it in right after Shabbos and do the slichot and fix myself and clean myself and purify myself to be ready for a beautiful Rosh Hashanah, as we say, Shana Tova u'Messege. Have yourself all a beautiful Shabbos.